This isn't about oil tankers. This is about the price of everything you buy and whether America is being dragged into a new war. I'm going to show you how a shadow conflict between Washington and Tehran just exploded into the open, and why the real target isn't even in the Middle East. But the key to this entire crisis isn't a weapon or a politician. It's a tiny island most people have never heard of. It all started with a flash in the desert. First, the headlines you saw. U.S. F-15s launch precision strikes on Iranian-backed militia sites in eastern Syria. The Pentagon calls it self-defense. Within hours, the retaliation. An oil tanker flying a UAE flag is boarded and seized by Iran's Revolutionary Guard in the Strait of Hormuz, the world's most critical oil choke point. At the same time, banks and government websites in the island nation of Bahrain go dark, the victims of a massive cyber attack. The media is screaming about a new war in the Middle East. But that's the surface story. The official statements from the White House and Tehran don't add up. To understand what's really happening, you have to look away from the explosions and at the map, because the location of these attacks is the entire story. This isn't just a US versus Iran fight. This is a message. The attacks on the UAE and Bahrain were surgical. Why them? Because both nations signed the Abraham Accords, normalizing relations with Israel and forming a new US-backed anti-Iran bloc right on its doorstep. Iran's retaliation is a brutal warning to America's new allies. Your new friends can't protect you. For the US, the strikes were about reasserting dominance. After years of pivoting to Asia, Washington is sending a message to both Tehran and Beijing: we still run the Middle East. But Iran knows it can't win a head-to-head war, so they hit us where it hurts: the economy. By threatening the Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of the world's oil flows, Iran holds a knife to the throat of the global economy. They can trigger a recession without firing a single shot at a US warship. And that brings us to that tiny island, Bahrain. It wasn't a random target. It's the home of the US Navy's Fifth Fleet. The cyber attack wasn't just chaos. It was a targeted message sent directly to the heart of American military power in the region. The message: we can reach you, we can hurt you, and your defenses aren't as good as you think. So, why should you care about a conflict thousands of miles away? First, your wallet. A sustained crisis in the Strait could easily send gas prices past $8 a gallon. That hike increases the shipping costs for every product you buy, from Amazon packages to your groceries. It fuels inflation and spooks the stock market, hitting your 401k. Second, your safety. The attack on Bahraini banks was a dress rehearsal. Iran has sophisticated cyber capabilities, and the Department of Homeland Security has repeatedly warned that US infrastructure, power grids, water systems, our own financial networks are vulnerable targets. This isn't a hypothetical threat. But here's the real power structure at play, the one no one is talking about. This entire crisis is a dream come true for one country: China. The US is desperately trying to manage its rivalry with Beijing. A new war in the Middle East would be a catastrophic drain on American military resources, money, and attention. It's the exact quagmire China wants America stuck in, leaving the Indo-Pacific wide open. Washington is walking a tightrope, trying to look tough to Iran without getting sucked into a conflict that would hand a massive strategic victory to Beijing. So, is America's show of force a brilliant move to re-establish deterrence? or a reckless gamble that plays right into China's hands. This conflict isn't just US versus Iran. It's a power struggle between new alliances in the Middle East, with the global economy held hostage, all under the shadow of the great power competition with China. If you want to keep decoding the forces that shape your world, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Next week, we're investigating the new space race, not between countries, but between billionaires. And the prize isn't the moon, it's control over the internet for the entire planet. The power behind the headline: The World Decoded.